Hey, welcome back to the channel, you guys. I've been sitting around the house. Like the other day, I was thinking about some of the movies that I was watching, and I was in the mood to watch one of my favorites was called Lake Placid. So I just wanted to drop a quick video about Lake Placid. There's only two crocodile movies. Now there are a lot of crocodile movies, alligator movies, crocodile movies, but I sat back the other day, man, and I got on one of my, I think it used to be called Fandango, but now it's called VOD or Voodoo or Voodoo or something like that. But anyway, VUDU is the name of the site. But I buy a lot of movies on there, and sometimes I get in the mood, and I was like, man, man, I haven't watched Lake Placid in a long time because I remember I used to love that show. And so Lake Placid came out in 1999, and it's got Bridget Fonda, and it's got Betty White. Of course, you know Betty White just passed away, and it's got Bill Pullman, and then it's got Oliver Platt, and then Brandon Gleeson in it. This cast is, God, it was the perfect cast, and it was a good story. It was funny, but at the same time, you're trying to figure out, you know, it was funny, but it was very entertaining, and it was a good concept. You know, basically up in Maine, this person gets killed, and then Bridget Fonda, so she's involved with her boss, and her boss falls in love with her best friend, so she's upset about that. So they send her up to Maine to get her away from everything, and she didn't want to go, and then she goes up there, and then she meets Bill Pullman, who's I don't know, I think he's a game reserve guy or something like that, or something like that. Or yeah, I think he's either sheriff or game reserve guy. But anyway, yeah, he's a game reserve guy. And then Brandon Gleeson is the sheriff. And so they're like, it's just good comedy. And Betty White is the old lady that lives she lives in a cabin up there. But anyway, I'm not going to be very long, but I just want to tell you guys my two favorite movies, which obviously you know that they end up making a Crawl 2 and a Crawl 3 and a Crawl 4. I don't even know how many, not Crawl, but Crawl is my second one. I'm getting ready to talk about that here in a minute. But they made a bunch of Lake Placid movies. I didn't give them time of day. I actually tried to watch a couple of them, but you know how it is. When you make money off one, you got a good idea. They seem to try to mess it up, and they weren't even they couldn't even hold a candlestick to Lake Placid. That just goes to show you when somebody comes up with a good idea, it just takes off. And even though these movies might not have had a good Rotten Tomato score and all that kind of stuff, but sometimes you gotta not pay that cop no attention. But anyway, Lake Placid, man, came out in 1999. You know, there's been, Bridget Fonda, she got out of the movie industry, and then they had her on the internet just a couple weeks ago where she don't even look the same. And sometimes I'm just wondering if you can't trust the internet. This woman did not look like Bridget Fonda. She looked like some overweight old lady. It don't even look remotely like Bridget Fonda. I'm starting to wonder if that's really her, but that's what made me go like, wow, man, I really like Bridget Fonda. So I really thought she was a pretty good actress. She just walked away from Hollywood. But anyway, that's one of my favorite, crocodile movies. And then my other favorite one is Crawl. Now, Crawl came out in 2019. That's got Kaya Scodelario. I hope I'm Scodelario or something like that. That's how you pronounce her name. Kaya Scodelario or something like that. And then it's got Barry Pepper in it. Basically, she's this chick off in college, man, and this hurricane comes to where she's at, and her sister calls her, and she said, "Have you seen Dad?" And she goes, "No," and she said, because her and her dad's kind of, they got some kind of little friction there, and Dad's going through a divorce, and he's trying to get rid, he's trying to sell the house, and the movie was really good. And Sam Raimi, the one that, the guy that made the first two Spider-Mans. So, her sister's like, because she's got a scholarship that's swimming, because her and her dad, her dad knew she was a good swimmer, and it's a good story how it shows a flashback of her and her dad going to these swimming meets, and then how her and her dad kind of, you know, just, you know, kind of distanced themselves and stuff, and they kind of thought they was mad at each other. Another one of those movies that was put together very good. Now, here's the thing. They're coming out with a Crawl 2. Now, you know daggone well it ain't going to be that good. I can guarantee it ain't going to be that good. It's going to be silly. It's going to be no good story at all. And I could be wrong, but normally when you get a hold of a good idea, you usually just tarnish it. But anyway, Crawl came out in 2019. Like I said, it's got Kaya Scolario and it's got Barry Pepper in it. And she goes to go. She, you know, her sister tells her don't go, and she decides to go. And so she, you know, when she goes, she runs into this traffic accident, and the guy that, you know, just trying to, you know, tell everybody how the, you know, he's kind of like a sheriff or a cop, and, you know, they're trying to control traffic because this car flipped off on its side, and she wants to go see her dad, and he wouldn't let her because, you know, it's flooding because of hurricanes coming in. So then, you know, he kind of had a thing with her older sister, so he's asking her how his sister's doing. So, and so, you know, it was shot so well. I don't know how they got the rain and the storm to go, but I don't know, man. Movie industry, they know how to capture stuff. But anyway, she decides to, you know, to cut and break in, you know, go that way, and they couldn't stop her. So she goes to find where her dad's at. Where her dad, she went to her dad's apartment. He wasn't there. And then, you know, she goes through all. It's really good setup because then when she goes to her dad's place, you know, she sees all these photos, and then her sister calls her again, and then she's like, this place is just depressing, you know. And then the dog was running around loose, and then, you know, I thought the dog was going to get killed. But anyway, then she takes the dog with her, and then she goes to the house. And then when she goes to the house, you know, she can't find her dad, but she finds the truck. And she pulls up to see the truck. She goes, oh, thank God. You guys know how it goes. But anyway, she didn't know where he's at, so she's going around yelling for him and stuff. At this point, this hurricane's starting to come in, but then she finds out her dad's down at the basement. But then when she finds him, he's been injured. And then she doesn't know why he got injured. So then when she goes to, you know, go to him and stuff, and then, you know, when she decides to, you know, when he comes to, well, yeah, she somehow she ends up running into one of them crocodiles down there. And then after that, that's when everything just went crazy and stuff. And they was both stuck in this house, and they was trying to get out. So anyway, those are my two favorite crocodile movies. So God bless, take care. And I just thought I'd drop a line and say that. We'll catch you later. See ya.